Okay, we still have another question. Still an alternate segment question, kind of. So the first thing I want to do is we don't know where to start from, but we can zero in our options. You understand? We could narrow down our answers down to the last point. Now, the first thing I want us to look at is we have a semicircle here, and that tells us something. The semicircle tells us something. What does it tell us? It tells us that angle subtended by a semicircle is what? 90 degrees. We don't have any angle subtended by a semicircle here, but we have one here. So we have a 90 degree here. We have a 90 degree here. And by virtue of that, alternate segment, remember, alternate segment, this chord connects with this other chord, which is a straight line. So here is going to be 90. But if you don't like that style, you could choose to approach it like this. Since it's the diameter, and this is the tangent line, which is assumed to be a straight line. So AB is going to be a perpendicular bisector that divides LC into equal parts. That is 90, 90. Have you seen it? So AB, by virtue of being the diameter, it's going to divide the tangent line LC into what? Equal parts. So it's going to be a perpendicular bisector. Hence, the division was 180, 90, 90. Is it not true? The straight line is what? 180. So we have a 90 degree here and another what? 90 degree here. Have you seen it? Or we could use this law to get down here. Now, we have a 50 degree here. If this place is 90 degrees, what are we going to get here? What are we going to get here? We're going to get 90 minus 50 what? 40. Now let's name our angles. Please, let's name our angles. Let's name our angles. So we have angle CAB. CAB. Angle CAB as what? 40 degrees. You understand? Angle CAB as 40 degrees. How did we get that? How did we get that? 90 minus what? 50. We got that one. Now, we already know this is 90 degrees. Now, let's get that angle. ACB. Angle ACB is what? 90 degrees. What law is that? Angle subtended by a semicircle is 90 degrees. So you can write that down. Angle subtended by a semicircle is 90 degrees. So we have this, we have here. So you can see we have a triangle out there. Here is what? 90. Here is what? Z, which you don't know. And here is what? 40 degrees. How did we get our Z? Our Z is going to be what? Sum of angle in the what? Triangle. So here is already 90, and this two should give us 90. Everything should give us 180, right? 90 plus this 90 is 180. So we go straight to subtracting 90 from Z. So, or if you like, say 90 plus 40 plus Z equals 180. These two will give us what? 130 plus Z equals 180. So what do we do? 180 minus 130 equals to Z. So this is going to give us what? 50 degrees. Hence, our Z is what? 50 degrees. I can write it here. 50 degrees. Is it clear? Okay. So 50 degrees. Alright, so we have that. Where's our 50 degrees? Let's name our angle. It's going to be what? A, B, C. A, B, C. You can see it. A, B, and C, which is what? Was Z, 50. So angle ABC is equal to what? 50 degrees. Now, I think we're done with that side. Now we're asked to find X and Y. Other than Z, we are asked to find X and Y. We're just playing around. So let's come to this. Knowing this, I can clear this page, right? Okay. Can I clean? Okay, we now have to look for our X and our Y. But remember, we have a triangle, a very big one at that. You see, this is what B, and here is A, and here is C. And the total here is 90 degrees. And we have a 40 degree here. You can see our work is easy. 90 plus 40 plus this whole place gives us 180, right? So, since here is 90, we just subtract 40 from 90, we're going to get what? 50. So the whole of this plate is what? 50. X and Y, remember this is for X and Y, 50 degrees. But that's not enough. That's not enough. Remember, this is a 63 degree, and this is a straight line. Have you seen that? What is this remind of? Angle on a straight line. If there is 63 degree, how do we get this place? We can name it to be W. What will our W be? 180 minus what? 63. That will give us what? So W is going to be what? 117. Angle on a straight line. Now we have this place as 117. So what do we do next? Let's show it. So we have that. So now we can come. We make another triangle. Remember, it looks like this. AB comes down to O, and it goes like this. You can see it. Here is 40. Here is our W. That's what? 117. And here is what? Only Y. So we're narrowing everything down. So it's going to what? 117 plus 40. That is 157. Then 180 minus 157 is what?
That's 23.
So Y is going to be what? 23 degree. Our Y is 23 degree. Now how do we name our Y? They've already asked you to find Y, so just write Y 23. If they didn't name it, you call it what? B C O. B C O. B C O is also 23. B C O is what? 23 degree, which is equal to your what? Your Y. BTO is 23. So in the same way, there are two ways we can get our X. Just say 50 minus 23. What will you get? 27. So your X will be what? 27. But if you don't like that, if you want to go through other confirmation, remember, you could do it this way. Here is your O, and you have a triangle under. You have a triangle under, which was 63 earlier, and here is 90. So in other words, you could say 90 plus 63 is what? 153, right? So 180 minus 153, you still go back to your 27. Hence our X is what? 27 degree. Or if you want to name your X, you say what? A T O. A T O. A T O is what? 27 degree. And which is your what? Your X. And that is it for this question.